Hello everyone, welcome back to 1.91 News with Bacon, where today we're going to be taking a look at two newly revealed Tier 5 helicopters for the British helicopter tree. These are the Westland Scout and the Westland Wasp, essentially the same heli but with some minor differences. The Scout is the Army variant, which has a skid undercarriage, and then the Wasp is the Navy variant, which has 4 landing legs, each of which have wheels on them. This simply just allows for easier sort of ground handling on the decks of boats, rather than the skids, which, as you can probably imagine, will be a bit more difficult to move around on the deck of a ship. Now these are both, as I said, going to be Tier 5 helicopters on the British tree, and they're both going to be on the tech tree. Neither of these are a premium vehicle. Of course, we have one premium already revealed, and it's likely that will be the only one, at least for the time being. I am making the assumption that the Scout is going to be the starter heli, and then the Wasp is going to come after, as at least in real life, the Wasp could take flares, which could give it a slight BR increase due to the fact that it can face up, at least in heli battles, against slightly more dangerous heli due to that anti-air-to-air missile capability, and the Wasp could also carry more payloads, as well as some naval payloads. Of course, helis aren't in naval games, but it could carry torpedoes, depth charges, even a nuclear depth charge called the WE-177, which was actually a line of nuclear bombs, and this could carry a specific version designed to be a depth charge. Now these are of course very comparable to the Alouette 2 on the French and the German trees, and Gaijin does say that the pros of this are a small profile and it's light and nimble, which of course does line up with that. Cons, limited weaponry, at least the version we are showing here, which is of course a Scout, which is recognizable due to the fact that it has the skid undercarriage, is only shown to have 4 SS-11 ATGMs and also 2 7.62mm machine guns. I would make the assumption though that it can also carry unguided rocket pods. In terms of flight performance, there is actually a difference. The Wasp is slightly heavier, roughly 200 pounds heavier, which does mean that it is a bit slower than the Scout. The Scout can go 131 miles an hour or 211 kilometers per hour, whereas the heavier Wasp can only go 120 miles an hour or 193 kilometers per hour. Now they do actually use the same engine, so that little bit of extra weight does give an effect in terms of performance, although in terms of agility, it's likely that they're still fairly similar. So that's more or less it. We're getting two helicopters, the Scout AH Mark I, which of course, as I said, is an Army variant, and then the Wasp HAS Mark I, which is a naval variant. They are essentially the same helicopter, but as I said, they have some minor differences, the most notable of which is the undercarriage difference, with the Scout having the skids and the Wasp having the actual landing legs with the wheels on them. So that's more or less it. Do let me know what you think of these two helis in the comments. It's likely that these will be the only Tier 5s, although you never know, we could receive some other lesser performing heli in Tier 5, or maybe even just some more Tier 6s besides the Lynx. But at the moment, we have a fairly good picture of what this tree will be. So far, light utility helicopters, we have the Lynxes, and we have the Scout and the Wasp. So again, do let me know in the comments what you think of how the tree is shaping up. I will of course be making more videos on the devlogs as they come out leading up to the release of 1.91. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.